Okay, for today, pages 415 and 416, you are going to need your place value chart in your math journal. Here it is right here, and I also will take a photo of it just in case you cannot locate your math journal. So basically what they're asking you to do on both pages is you're trying to do expanded form based on place value. So I'm going to do an example from the top and an example from the bottom, and then I'll do one from page 416 so that you can go back and redo. So number one, and I'm going to go over here to the side and write it on paper, 85 and 36 hundredths. So if we draw, here's a decimal, and here's my place value chart. So the decimal's here. Well, this one is in the tenths place. Let's see if I can move this over so you can see. So I know that this is in the tenths, so it's going to be times 1/10, and I know that this one is in the hundredths place, and it's going to be times 1/100. And if you look at your place value chart, it gives you the fractions or the decimals that you can write. If we go to the left of this, so find the decimal, we have the ones place, and then we have the tens place. Okay? All right. So if we are doing expanded form for these numbers, hold on one second, my pen's not. So 8 times 10, because it's in the tenth spot, plus 5 times 1, because it is in the ones place, plus, and this is where we write, and you can put it in parentheses if you want to, you write the digit 3 times 1/10, which represents the tenth spot, plus 6 times 1/100, because it is in the hundred spot. Another way that you could write this is 8 times 10 plus 5 times 1 plus 3 times 0.1, because if you look here, that's the decimal format, times 6 times 0.01. I'm writing, guys. All right, so you could write it. Here's your first choice where you can use the fractional parts. Here's your second choice, and you can put these in parentheses if you like to separate them or not. It's up to you. Or you can write them using the decimals. But in any case, that is expanded form, and you have to use your place value chart if you do not remember the place values and what they represent and how they're written as a decimal and as a fraction. All right, so then at the bottom, 4, it's telling you to write it in standard form. So the first one, we were going from standard form to expanded. So now we're going from expanded to standard. So we do the first one. What's 8 times 1? It's 8. And then it says 8 plus 9. And I'm just going to put parentheses, 9. Draw it out down here. 8 plus 9 times 100. So that's plus 0.09 based on the place value chart. And then it says plus 4 times 1,000. So 0.04. I'm basing this on the place value chart. Then I'm going to add all these up. So you know you put a decimal behind a whole number and put the place values to whole. You are lining up your decimals, lining up the decimals, which is what you did yesterday to help you with this skill. And then you're adding them up. Bring your decimal down. 13, carry the 1, that gives you 1, 8. So the answer to this one is 8 and 13 hundredths. 8 and 13 hundredths. Number 1, number 4, and this is page 415. All right, let's turn the page. This one says understand and place value again. So again, you're doing the same thing. I'm going to turn the page. Remember place value chart. So this is 416. So 96 and 1400 expanded. Hold on 1 second. Sorry guys. Got the camera moving, I apologize. Standard to expanded form. Place value again. The 9 is in the tenths place. 9 times 10. Make sure you put your plus sign in between. The 6 is in the ones place. You can just do 6 times 1, ones place, plus. Then we have a 1 in the tenth spot. So this one, I'm going to use fraction representation. And then we have a 4 in the hundredths place. So plus 4 times 1 over 100. Or I'm going to write 9 times 10 plus 6 times 1 plus 1 times 0.1 plus 4 times 0.01. So I'm going to get a highlighter right here. I thought I had a highlighter. We're going to get this blue pen, and I'm going to show you, again, place value, tens, ones, the tenths, the hundreds. These are these tens, ones, the tenths, THS, the hundreds. You need place value chart in front of you in order to do this. So this is number 1 on page 416. And now, let's go to number 4. And we're going from expanded. So we're trying to do standard form. So let me write this up top. This is number 4. All right. 4 times 10 plus 3 times 1 plus 8 times 1 over 10 plus 5 times 1 over 100. Again, you can put these, the multiplications, inside parentheses to help you so you'll know what problems you're doing. 4 times 10 is 40 plus 3 times 1 is 3 plus, oh, bad plus sign, guys. 8 times a tenth is 0.8 plus 5 times 100 is 0.05. And again, line up, put your decimal. Make sure you write your zeros behind it to hold places. Put your 3 zeros to hold places. 0.8, we're going to put a holder. 0.05, you don't need a holder. Line up the decimals, bring it down. 5, 8, 3, 4. 43 and 85 hundredths. Please make sure that you go back. This is page 416. Excuse me, flip it back over. This is page, come on, I'm hitting the wrong thing. This is page 415. To expand it, to standard, expanded, standard, place value chart in your journal should be page 45.